Namaste, beautiful yogis, and welcome to day 2 of our 30-day yoga challenge for beginners, interval yoga. And by the end of the challenge, you'll be fully prepared for my classes and you will have no questions of how to jump into the routines and the classes. So let's start today with one of my favorite poses. You're going to come down onto your mat. Bring the hands at the front of your mat, spread the fingers wide open, step back and take plank. So you're hovering over the ground here with your shoulders exactly over the wrists and the fingers spreading wide open. Feel free to rest, or to make it, that is not to rest of course, but to make it a little bit easier by bringing your knees onto your mat and holding here. Now really focus on the base of each finger and really press into your thumb and your index finger and really press the space between those fingers down. So you're pressing into the knuckles and pressing really equally on both sides of your hand. And from here you're gonna pull your belly in, open the chest and bring your heart between your shoulders. What I mean by this is many people tend to stay above, so basically they're rounding the back above the shoulders. I want you to bring your chest where it's meant to be, between the shoulders, and you can take your feet off the ground if you feel you can do that. If you're very overweight, stay on your knees and let yoga do its magic and strengthen your joints and help you lose a little bit of weight so you can carry your weight onto your wrists and joints. So if you feel that you're ready, you can take either both legs or one at a time off the mat and hold here, pulling the belly in. Now another very important point here is to press into your heels. So you're not on your tippy toes and forward, you're pressing back into your heels, engaging your legs and pulling the belly in. Also, I don't want any sagging and too much booty lifting either. So stay really straight, so the body is in one straight line and you are pulling the belly in, feeling the strength of your core. Now we're gonna make this a little bit more difficult. If you're on your knees, stay on your knees, but if you're here, I want you to bring your right knee into your chest, left knee into your chest. Stay with that straight alignment. Right, left, right, left. Great. Lower down onto your heels, sit back, and this is another pose we are learning, child's pose. You're going to sit back onto your heels and bring your forehead to the ground. Now you may want to open your knees and sit back here and bring your hands by your heels so that your shoulders are relaxing and you're giving your body a full break. If you cannot bring your booty all the way back onto your heels, then you're just going to be slightly in the air and lower down here. That still counts. Great. And let's bring the hands over to the front of the mat. And one more time, spread the fingers wide open. Tuck your toes under. Press back, shoulders over the wrists. Hold here. Pull the belly in and bring the right knee in. Or stay on your knees. Left knee in. Right, left, right, left. Knees back on the ground. Child's pose. Excellent. Inhale the hands over the head one more time. Spread the fingers wide open. Plank. Press into your heels. Right knee comes in. Left knee, pull the belly in. Squeeze it. This is really strengthening your core. Left. Alternating one more time. Bring right, bring left, and lower down. And rest in child's pose. From here, inhale your hands over the head to the front of the mat. Same hand finger alignment, lifting the wrists away from the hand so you're not collapsing onto your wrists. Come up, tuck your toes under, and now make sure that your hips are over your knees and your shoulders are over your wrist. So you're on all fours. Tuck your toes under, and from here, straighten your legs and press your body up, heels down. Feet are parallel to each other. The feet are parallel to each other and the feet are pointing directly forward. Hands are shoulder width apart and the middle fingers are parallel to each other. Press back and roll the shoulders. Press the shoulders away from the ears. I have a tutorial that I will link up on alignment, shoulder alignment in this pose. You want to rotate the triceps back so that you're opening the shoulders and creating space around your ears. And holding here, lifting the body as high as you can, pressing back into your heels. Most of you beginners are not going to be able to bring your heels on the ground, and that is okay. Just keep your heels wherever they are at and always put a little extra intention in there so that slowly over time they will lower down and they will allow you to stretch your hamstrings and your calves and your ankles and in general stretch the back of your legs. Now you can have your knees bent here, straightening the back. We do want the back to be straight and we don't want a rounded back. If you're rounding your back, then just bend the knees and sit back into your body. Hold here. Excellent. Shall we rest in child's pose? Let's take a break. Child's pose. Great. Inhale the hands over the head. Tuck your toes under and let's come into downward facing dog one more time. This time I want you to take your right leg up and keep it straight up. Don't open the hip. Keep the hips square so the hips are at the same level and you're flexing your foot and you are pointing your toes down towards the ground in a flexed position of the foot. From here, you're going to bring your leg up and then you're going to bring your right knee to your nose. Squeeze your belly. Inhale, bring the leg up. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, bring the leg up. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, bring the leg up. Exhale, knee to nose. One last. Lift. Exhale, knee to nose. Step it back down. Child's pose. Let the shoulders relax here. Bring your hands, palms of the hands facing up by your heels, by your feet, so that your shoulders can drop and you can rest here. Inhale, coming back up, reach over the head. Let's come one more time into downward facing dog and press it back. Let's take the left leg up, square your hips so the hips are equal distance from the floor. And you're going to bring the left knee to your nose. Exhale. Inhale through the nose, lift the leg. Exhale, bring the knee in. Inhale, lengthen the leg. Exhale, knee in. Inhale, lengthen and press into your heel. Exhale, knee in. And you can release. Back into downward facing dog. And walk your feet to the front of the mat, small steps, coming into a forward bend. You can keep a slight bend in your knees and exhale here. Letting the upper body hang over your thighs and letting your upper body be heavy. Excellent. From here, you are going to step one more time back into plank. Bring your knees on the ground and you're going to open your hands out to the sides and we're just going to go for a little push-up so that we're adding the interval training element to this session. So lower down and come back up. That is a push-up. And one more time. so that the fingers are pointing slightly in. You can have your hands a little wider than shoulder width apart and just lower down, come back up, lower down, come back up. Let's do 2 more. 1 and 2. And from here, you're going to come to the front of your mat, sit onto your heels if you can, or bring a block and sit on the block. You can put the block between your heels and hold here for a second. And we're done for today. Good job. Namaste.